Welcome, friends, to the Dice Bar Gaming Podcast, an actual play tabletop role-playing game that uses the Pathfinder 1E rule set. An epic story that takes place in the dark fantasy world of Mel'Herron. Our heroes' trials and tribulations will have them brought face to face with demons, devils, angry spirits, the occult, and more. Brought together by mysterious circumstances that leaves them with more questions than answers. And an ever-present, dark force that seems to be lurking in the shadows, forever seeking them. Hope you enjoy the show.
The gates of the eternal heavens have been laid open. Its denizens have marched, departing their bastion to stem the tide. The realms of mortal kind are to be swept up in the coming storm. The choices of few will ripple out to affect the many. Destiny calls to a hope reborn. Oblivion awaits upon their failure. Our fate is in their hands.
A little nervous. I better drink some more at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead and get that wasted and get them juices flowing.
Yeah. All right. I am Marty Williams. I will be the game master. We're going to start off with introductions. I'll start with myself, the least of these great men. Again, Marty Williams. I've been playing about 30 years. A couple of the guys here I've been playing with about that long. We'll go around and introduce all the players and how much experience they have playing this fine game, what they love about the game, and just tell us a little about yourself. Who should we start with? Bobby, go for it.
What's up, everybody? This is Bobby Nance. I've been playing the game just about as long as Marty have. He's the one that introduced me to it and got me hooked into it, and I've been having fun with it ever since. I just like the originality that we do in it and don't really follow the guidelines of everybody else. We do our own thing and have fun with it.
All right, we'll keep going around the horn. Derek.
I'm Derek Mason. I've been playing this game probably too long. I think my first experience with Dungeons and Dragons was probably Just move my microphone.
You don't touch another man's microphone.
Yeah, that's not inappropriate. I think I started playing when I was I think I played the game for the first time when I was about 14 or something like that. Then Baldur's Gate, and then hooked up with these guys a long time ago. Yeah, a very long time ago.
It's been a while. Derek has taken a break, so it's been actually a couple of years since we played together.
Yeah.
So I'm very jazzed about that.
Hey, I'm Marcus. Let's see. Marty and I started playing. We are always into the D&D games, PC, and the first versions of those. And then we found his brother's D&D book, Volume 1.
Yeah, it was edition 1.
Started off using a D6 dice because we didn't understand the rules.
Yeah.
See, that was, we were 13, so...
Don't date us.
That was a lot longer, a few years more than Bobby's been playing. So, the joyous part about it is not playing in the rules. Well, playing in the rules, but not in the rules, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because sometimes playing outside the rules is more fun.
Exactly.
It's like we have rules, but we like to break them.
Hell yeah.
We break them all the time.
Well, next.
I am Wesley Raleigh, and I started playing this game at the age of 12 for my birthday. My uncle asked me, what I wanted for my birthday, and I had found his bag of D&D books, 2nd edition. And so I was like, always into the fantasy stuff. That's the books I read, the games I played. And so I was like, teach me how to play D&D. That was my birthday for my 12th year.
All right, so we're going to do something a little different. We'll get to talk about our characters in play. So we'll hold off on, we're going to talk about our past and stuff in play, in role play. So we're not going to do it now. And then we'll describe our characters as as you guys see each other. You guys ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
In blackness. You awaken to a dark room with a single candle to your right. You're on a straw mattress. Not very comfortable. You see one single window and you hear a storm outside.
Slowly get out of bed or straw, and I guess check myself first. Make sure
You are not wearing any of the clothes you were wearing before now. All you have on is a simple gray robe with a rope belt and simple shoes on. Simple, like leather shoes.
well, with the storm, can I tell if it's day or night?
It is night. All you see is every now and then, your window is a pane glass. You can't see really out it, but every now and then you'll see like a flash of lightning and you hear raindrops tink, 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 tink on the glass. It's not very big. The room itself that you're in, now that you're looking around, is about a 7 by 7, maybe a 10 by 10 room with one single door and then the one single window. The door is on your, you don't know which way is east, north, south, east, west, but just say up is always north, is on your eastern door, and the window is on your western wall.
When the lightning strikes, does it flash bright enough for me to see any of the outside surrounding?
Sure. You go up to the window and you look out. The window is bumpy with the aged glass, how it gets very bumpy and it's kind of hard out to see. It flashes and you'll see what looks like trees swinging in the wind.
Wow. Okay. Nothing in the room but the candle.
A little nightstand candle. You can. It's one of those.
Candles you can pick up.
Yeah, you
with.
pick up. It's got like a little bronze like ring on it.
I pick the candle up and head to the door.
All right.
Am I locked in?
Nope. It clicks open. Oak door. It makes a loud, like hasn't been used very often. Alistair, your room is exactly the same. The window is on your western wall.
Okay. Do I see any features out the window? The town or
You
anything?
kind
when
of do the same
lightning-
thing that Torad did. You kind of poke you out. You kind of have to get on your tippy toes a little bit to look
okay.
out. But it's, as I said, aged window, so it's not like a clear glass pane window, and the bumps in it and stuff like that. And you'll see every now and then when it strikes particularly bright, you'll see trees, just trees, no other buildings, no
So
other.
we're in a
anything.
cabin in the woods. That's comforting. I'm so comforted by being in a cabin in the woods. Is there anything like I guess I will.
And you're wearing the exact same thing I described to him. Gray robe with a rope holding it. The only thing that you have different than he does is you have that on your left hand, you have a manacle charred by magic. If you
Gotcha.
remember from your memory. No chain on it still.
I'm gonna cover the candle.
Candelabra.
Like,
Candelabra.
is there light coming? Is there a door in here? I'm assuming there's a door in
There's
here.
a door on the opposite
I
wall.
wasn't put in through the window, so
So yeah, room very standard. Bed, nightstand, candle.
gotcha.
Gray robes, rope belt.
If somebody's coming through that door, I could just dive back into bed and pretend to be asleep till I know what's going on.
Fair enough.
Like, so I guess I'm just waiting.
All right.
I feel like I've been kidnapped by someone's.
Tao. Wesley.
I wake up very shaken as I'm looking around the room.
To give you a description, same as before. Bed,
Okay.
nightstand, candle, gray robes, rope around your rope around your waist. That is it.
Bracer. Checking my right arm.
No bracer.
Kind of step up to the window, look out.
Same description. The window's on the opposite side, so the door relatively is on your western wall, and your window is on your eastern wall.
Kind of look outside, see if I can.
Same description.
Okay. Kind of just look back toward the door as I pick up my candle
Okay.
and slowly kind of just go out the door.
Okay. Time out for you. And lastly, and certainly leastly, Yuri, Bobby, waking up. Same description of everything I just mentioned.
Did it feel like I had a good nap?
I mean, you guys all feel normal. It's not like well rested, no, nothing like that. You just feel normal. I will say for you,
You wake up in a strange bed. Did I sleep well? Was it a comfortable strange bed? Should I come back to it in the future?
I will say for you, Yuri, there is something different, and you can't put a finger on it yet, but you feel empowered.
Now that I got the sleep out of my eyes and wiping it away and everything like that, I look around, I realize I'm not in my room. So yeah, I'm definitely distraught right now. Like, what is going on? Because the last thing I remember was having a drink with my father. And now I'm here. So I don't know what happened. So get up. I'm going to look out the window.
Yours is a lot like Tao's was. Your window is on your western wall, or eastern wall, excuse me, and your door is on your western wall.
Pick up the candelabra and see if there's anything else in the room. Walk around, and if there's nothing in the room, then of course I'm going to go out the door
Okay.
and see if I can find out where I'm at.
All right.
This is strange because this is not home.
Torad, back to you. As you come out your door, there's no opening these doors silently. They're old, and you feel like you're knocking off rust off the hinges as you open it. And you look straight across, and you hear, almost at the same time, you see a door opening across what looks like a hallway from you, and another single candle. Both of you kind of looking, Yuri and Torad are kind of looking at a single candle, like in a doorway across a hallway.
Do I see another person? Or I
You
just
see a candle and then like an outline of a person, and as do you, Torad.
Take a step back.
Take a step forwards.
Hello?
Hello.
Take a step forward. Hello?
I said hello.
The voice is very discerning from the figure, so I'm not sure what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
how
It's
tall are
still-
you, Marcus?
it's still-
I literally have to duck to come through the doorway.
yeah, that's why I said hello twice then.
Is there a child with you?
Am I seeing a better figure or...
Give your frame.
Frame, I'm over 6 foot. I'm roughly 230 pounds. I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just huge.
Jacked.
How much light is there?
Not a lot.
See,
2 candles.
yeah.
Imagine 2 candles and otherwise pitch black. Every
Actually-
now and then you'll get a spot of light where maybe you get a little bit more.
I've got
but-
my candle in hand.
Yeah, but that comes from behind each of the figures.
Unless it
So-
doesn't.
No,
yeah, I guess you guys get a little
Candles
bit
in
more of
front
each
of
other.
me.
Well,
Yeah, I'm saying the lightning. He's
Yeah.
talking about the flash of light.
So
Yeah.
I'm walking with the candle in front of me with my hand over it. So
okay.
most of the light is reflecting off me so I can see what's going on. Also, when you walk forwards, you don't blow your candle out.
That's fair. All right, Torad, go ahead and describe your person and who you're played by. Remember, you don't have any gear or anything like that, and then just everybody else pay attention so you remember. That way, you're seeing the same thing.
My hair's black. The way I'm holding the candle, you can see my eyes. My eyes are gray. You're looking at a fully grown man, but when you see my face, you can tell I'm a boy.
Interesting. Okay, I'll take a step back forward.
Like how old roughly, if you had to guess?
Early teen?
Like 12? You're a 12-year-old? You're a 6'3" 12-year-old.
15.
Poor Derek doesn't know that 12 is not a teenager.
When does teen start?
13.
I would say 13.
I am sorry. I was off by 1 year.
13 to 19?
Would say is a teenager.
I don't know. They're all children.
Put the weapon down. All right. Yuri / Bobby. He just described himself. Describe what Torad's looking at.
For you, you see a 5'11", half elf, young for an elf, so basically teenage years as well. I got long, dirty blonde hair. I have 2 different color eyes. My right eye is purple, left eye is blue. More of a morning elf style look, but you do see I've got a scar pattern above my right eye. Looks like a bunch of stars.
Like a tattoo or like a scar or like...
It looks like
Harry
almost
Potter
like
of the
somebody
stars?
took some metal in shape of stars and hit me in the forehead with it. And so I've got scars in the shape of stars. Now that I see that you're more of a young person in your face, I'm not so intimidated. I'm still a little intimidated because you're big as hell, but not as bad. So I'll take another step forward and be like, how are you?
I'm good.
I take it you woke up the same as me in a strange room?
Yes.
So no clue where we're at. I guess we just need to check our surroundings and see what else there is around here. What do we see? What's to our left? What's to our right?
So, when I give you directions again, everything's relative north is up, okay? So, north of you is a hallway with staircase winding down. You see at the end of the hall. Hallway to your south, you see 4 more doors. 2 on each side with the hallway just ending. You know, actually, while this conversation's going on, let me just jump around to what are you doing, Derek / Alistair?
So yeah, like you tell me, what can I hear them talking down the hallway?
If you're up to the door, it's...
I know that I'd probably be able to see light underneath the door.
Yeah, you see what looks like, not like torchlight, but you know what you would assume is candle lights, because it's not a lot of it, but it's enough. I mean, it is dark out, and besides the storm kind of cracking off, that's all you got going on. It is a good, solid door. Old, but solid, so you do have to get close up to the door to kind of hear everything clearly.
I am curious how long I've been here. Is the candle melted down a lot?
There is a lit candle, and it's...
If it's not, I want to detect magic on it. See if the candle is magical. See if it's maintained in some way.
So you go to focus your arcane energies, and you know you're just getting your bearings. You're realizing now you have nothing memorized in your head.
Okay. All right. Then I guess I just try and get close enough to the door to hear.
A couple feet from the door. Strom / Wes. You're hearing a conversation outside. I'll give you a couple of those words. You're seeing that they're kind of you're hearing that they're kind of in the same boat as you. What would you like to do?
I am going to pick up my candle. Now that I don't want to spill that.
I mean, it's Dice Bar. Don't spill your beer. Look, you can do anything you want in this room. I don't care if you take off your pants. But don't.
That's alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it is.
like you can go. You can shirt cock it. I don't care. Just make sure you don't spill your drink.
I came too damn close.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
All right, what are you doing?
All right, so now I've kind of got my situation that, was accosted. This is the last thing I remember. I pick up my candle, slowly open my door out into the hall.
There's no avoiding it with these doors. So your door opens. Loud creak.
What
we're not going to rehash their descriptions, but you see the two men with each holding a candle, talking to each other, and naturally their heads cant to the side like that door just opened. They're looking at you on guard for a moment, and then, not to play your characters, but you see a guy in almost your same exact situation, same robes, holding candle. So you're like, oh, okay. Wes/Tao Strom, describe your character.
Strom is 5'9", probably weighs around 175, brown eyes, dark black hair, all the way down to his shoulders. If I was to say who was playing me, I would be a very young Rocky.
Rocky Balboa.
Also known as Sylvester Stallone.
So actually, with the long hair, I almost see you as a Rambo First Blood, Sly.
Rambo First Blood.
All right, what are you doing there, First Blood?
Looking at Marcus, his character, going, well, I've never seen someone that big in a long time, except for when I was a young lad. Also, my age, late teens, maybe early 20s, by the way. Then I look over to Bobby/Yuri, who's about my height, wearing the same robes, both of them. Where are we?
And Yuri looks at the stranger. And I don't think any of us know where we're at currently. We're all in a strange place. We're just trying to figure things out. My name's Yuri Leafstone. This is, and I point towards Marcus.
Torad.
This is Torad. And who may you be? As we're walking closer.
You may call me Tao Strom.
As you guys approach, you feel different as you get about 10 or so feet to him. Feel pretty good. It's like it's not strong, but it just, there's an aura about him as you guys get close.
So Yuri feels a little safer around him.
Yes, you yourself have not felt this feeling before, but Torad, you have. You've been around a holy warrior before, and this is the same feeling you have felt in the past.
When I get within 5 feet of you, I drop down to one knee and bow.
I'm still learning the ways of the light. You have no reason to bow before me. We are equals.
I raise my head and I look at you with a very weird look. And then I stand proud.
Yuri's just standing there like, very weird.
I hear the whole Vaster thing through the door?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You hear, I'm giving you everything.
Oh, well, that's good news.
That is good news.
Like, Vaster is not the god I'm afraid of.
Nope. He's one of the least, actually.
All right. So, yeah. So I open the door. Yeah.
All right, the door next to you guys opens up. Similar candlelight, and a person is standing in a doorway. Take it away there, Alistair/Derek.
Yeah, so young Littlefinger, like you saw in the picture. 5'8", probably 175 pounds. Like, I mean, it's hard to tell muscle definition under a big boofy robe, but I'm a little guy, yeah. Probably got, like, for the ladies' muscles, but...
He's got one ab.
Yeah, they don't do anything. They're not good for lifting stuff, but, like, they look nice.
They're strong enough to caress for a while, ladies.
Just soft enough.
Did you say you were a Knight of Vaster?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. So I gathered through the door that you're all in a similar situation. You don't know how you got here. And it wasn't from a heavy night of drinking. Am I right?
Well, it was from a night of drinking, but it wasn't heavy.
Oh.
I was accosted.
Okay.
What about you, Torad? What do you remember?
Dear, you are quite large.
As you guys are closer to Torad, while he is his physical being can, hey, that's a big man. That's a boy, in facial wise. You're looking at a giant boy, probably in his 15, 16, 14 maybe, somewhere in that range.
All right. Well,
The table look just got weird there.
He kind of didn't mention that before, so I thought I'd say it now.
Yuri's definitely thinking to himself, now the voice makes sense. Testicles haven't dropped.
You asked me that, and I just kind of lower my head.
I was doing what I was told not to do.
Which was?
Look at my master's secrets.
Okay. Well, there's no one here to judge. We do not know if what you were told not to do was extremely bad or not. But all we can do is move forward and see what we can find here.
You guys all here, no perception required. Down the hallway.
Like, towards stairs or the other hallway?
The other hallway, down relative south.
I go back in my room to get my candle, which I've forgotten.
Okay.
It entirely has nothing to do with the fact that a door just opened up, and I don't know what's coming out of that door. It could be a scary monster.
No candlelight from down there, though. Just so you heard the door open. You kind of maybe hear, like, somebody, like, whisper something like a curse under their breath. But that was it.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
How may we help you?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Tao, a servant of Vasta.
You see a form step out from the door. No candle and no light down there. Maybe this person extinguished their light, or maybe they don't have a candle. A female form. How did I get here?
We are all asking the same question, my lady.
What?
No one knows.
She's kind of half in, half out her door. You do see the long hair. Give me a diplomacy check there.
Can I
Since
see?
you're doing the talking,
Can I see?
Cal. Oh, you have. Yes, you do. Okay, so do you have low light vision or dark vision?
Low light.
Well, let him do this check real quick.
+7. 17.
17. Okay. You do see her shoulders kind of visibly drop a little bit, as like not relieved, but like letting down her guard a little bit. Yuri, you see what looks like a half orc female. Long hair, you see tusks kind of coming out of her mouth. She steps closer as you kind of convince her, and she comes into view. I'll give it a picture of her, and then a physical description as well. There you go. As she comes in, you see she favors her human side more than her orc, but you do see two small tusks coming up from her lower jaw, kind of grayish brown skin, sharp elven ears. Dark brown eyes, almost makes them look black. She's wearing the same robes as you guys, but you do notice as she moves, she almost like glides across, like she moves at a like
Graceful.
Thank you. As she steps into the light. My name is Bevmora.
My name is Yuri.
She's looking at you, Torad. Torad.
And I kind of blush a little bit and look away.
You, holy warrior? What is your name again?
I am Tao.
Tao. Yuri Tao. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
She does laugh. I am Bevmora.
I am Alistair. It is an absolute pleasure.
We'll see.
Oh, we already have.
Now it's her turn to blush. So we do not know why we are here.
No one remembers anything other than moments of what they were doing. I was having a drink with my father, and I've ended up here.
What is our next move?
I say we slowly ascend these stairs to figure out where we are.
Should we transform the beds into rudimentary weapons or such? I believe some of you have martial training, based on the way you are holding yourselves and the largeness of you. But you have no weapons, I'm guessing.
I have nothing. I was actually trying to figure out that I'm missing my bracer. And that's quite concerning.
I walk past them and go open the door, the last door.
Okay, the last, that's a doorway for the stairs. You mean the last, like, kind of
The
bedroom?
last bedroom looking door.
All right, you open it up. Single candle, nightstand, but instead of a bed, there is a table, and on the table is a cage. It looks about the size of like small dog kennel with a blanket over it. You see like a little bit of the cage like poking out. There's a blanket kind of over it.
Slowly remove the blanket.
All right, you cross the room and remove the blanket. You see like strips of cloth kind of on the ground of the cage, and inside the cage you see a small white furry form, and as it kind of like pokes his head and looks at you, it looks like a malnourished and hasn't been fed in a long time. You see its ribs, but it looks like a snow fox, an Arctic fox. Almost looks exactly like an Arctic fox. However, it has small, almost like the feathers have been pulled off of it, like not well used wings on its back, and it just kind of looks up to you. It's shaking.
I open the cage and step back.
Kind of like tests the air with its nose, looks out and down. Still with, even though it looks weak, it hops down with some good agility and graceful, as the word we used earlier, sniffing around the air, looking at each of you. Well, that is not what I expected.
I expected another person of some sort.
It's not acting as a wild animal would, like scurrying into a corner or anything like that. It's just kind of looking at you all quizzically. It looks frightened and, of course, malnourished, but it's looking at you guys like, what up?
Who's a good boy?
Did you cross it? Go through that?
Yeah. Scratch it behind his ear.
All right.
It's so cute.
It starts wagging its tail a little bit. And it starts doing the leg thing, as you start scratching its ear.
Just like that. Oh,
Clean. I mean, the animal's like, you expect to see an animal malnourished like this would be like.
But he's groomed himself. Gotcha.
It's a sheep.
Sheep. Okay. I checked.
Well, you went and then you naturally go, oh, okay. That's it. It hasn't made a noise yet, really. It's just kind of looking at you.
Okay. So I guess like everybody starts looking at me funny, I'll stop scratching it and stand up and, dignify myself, and then,
So we know
are we
you have
breaking beds or going upstairs?
So Yuri's like, so you have a love for animals. Noted.
Okay, so I'm taking. They still haven't decided on what they're gonna do.
I say we go down the stairs and see where we're going and see what we have and where we're at. Because right now, making weapons out of beds is not a logical sort of thing to do.
Well, I just thought you'd like to be armed,
I would love to be armed.
but just not with a bed. You're rather picky for a horrible situation. I'm just saying. I'm not judging one way or the other.
Did they hurt you?
I believe they tried to kill me. I thought I was going to die actually, but then there was a white light. I ended up here, stripped of all my accoutrements, which is odd. So, perhaps they knocked me unconscious.
You still have bracelet. Why
Yes,
don't we have our things?
You're very observant. I don't know.
I remember light too.
Okay. Where were you and what time was it when you saw the light?
Let's see. Last thing I remember is I was running from people and almost got away, and they were getting closer, and I thought there was going to be no escape. And then white light came and I escaped.
And I couldn't quite place your accent. Where did you see the light?
I am from Beardros.
From Beardros. So I was correct. Did anybody else see a white light? Save them from...
I don't remember a white light. I just remember having a drink with my father. And that was on Eunice. That was that late night, right before I went to bed. We were at, I want to say we were, it's a little fuzzy, but we were relic hunting. And I remember him showing me some relics. And we had some drinks before bed, and I wake up here.
I remember trying to outrun the servants of Rafet, being captured, being accosted on the day of Vad. Then I wake up here with all my gear missing.
Right. Okay. So we arrived here from different places. 2 of us have seen a white light. What else do we know?
Tora, do you remember you seen a white light too?
I know.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you said anything. Okay, fair enough. My bad.
He said he was looking at stuff he wasn't supposed to.
Watch this DM thing. All right. So what do you guys want to do next?
I say we go down the stairs and see where we're at.
I thought it was up the stairs.
There is an up, and there's a down. As you approach the steps and look at them, they're a spiral staircase.
Did the windows open? Did they look
No,
like they open?
they do not.
And they're up at the very top of the thing, so it's probably impossible to look down and see what floor we're on.
Maybe not for Torad, but you're short ass, maybe.
Tora, could you tell me what floor we're on in this building by looking out the window?
I look out the window.
You wait for a couple lightning flashes. He's there for about 30 seconds to a minute, and you're on the second floor, you think. You see what looks like, every now and then there's a crackle. It looks like there's a tower on this building that you're in, and then that's it. That goes higher, so... And that, actually, when you look...
You're in a tower?
No, when you look, you see where the direction kind of the stairs are, like, relatively, and you're like, the stairs are probably in the tower.
Could I tell how tall the tower is?
Probably another 2 stories, so maybe 4 stories tall. I mean, you're guessing. There might be a story or 2 that you're not accounting for, but you think you're on a second story, and then this tower goes up another 2.
We're halfway off a tower.
So we're on the second floor. So there's 2 floors above us, 1 below us.
So there's more floors above and there's floors below.
Yes.
We can either go up or we can go down.
That would be our options.
So 2 up, 2 down, and 1 stay in the middle.
I say we all stay
Out
with
of
each
character.
other.
You want to split the party already? We're level 1. What are you thinking?
Episode 1, level 1, split the party.
Hell yeah! Let's do it.
Me as a DM, I gotta say, I love the way this is going. I say you should proceed.
I will go down.
Since there's only so much up we can go, let's check up and then we can all check down. Anyone else see in the dark?
No.
So,
She should.
wanted to ask you about this candle. Like, that was lit for all of us when we got here. So is there, like, wax pulling off this thing? We're all holding these candles.
Yeah, they're tripping off.
Okay.
Normal wax candle.
All right. We have candles that may or may not be of a magical nature.
All right. You're checking upstairs there, Yuri?
Yeah, and Yuri will start heading upstairs. Yes.
Yuri, you head on upstairs. The floor you guys have been dealing with so far has been stone. The stairs are wooden. They seem like they haven't taken weight for a long time. They are sturdy. However, there's no sneaking up these or down these. And as you step on them, the stair underneath drops like dust and like little fragments, particles and stuff like that. So as you're going, like it's gonna break. But the longer you're stepping up them,
I put my hand on Yuri to stop him. Can I use survival to look for tracks?
sure, absolutely.
Good roll.
22.
So there's so much of the floors look like they've been swept on the stone. However, in here in the stairway, you see like there's dust piled up, and it looks like somebody has gone down, but not up. It looks like somebody has gone up and down actually several times. Like down, sorry, like up and down from downstairs.
From this room down.
Yeah, but not up.
Or,
Nobody's.
sorry, this level.
Yeah, this level. So nobody else has gone upstairs.
Now one go up, only down.
That gives me a little bit of relief and a little bit of fright at the same time. But I think we should still check. Maybe we can get a better view of where we're at as well.
Allow me to go in first. Make sure we don't run into anything evil.
By all means. Take my candle.
You can only go up these stairs single file. Is anybody staying on this level, or are you guys all kind of marching up?
Since he's going first, Uriel's staying. I'll go last.
Okay, so we got Tal first. Who's next?
Probably Bevmora.
All right, she'll go.
And then probably we'll put Alistair in the middle, and then Torad, and then me.
All right.
I feel so well protected.
You are.
I
It's kind of
appreciate
cramped up in here because you guys are going up.
You do seem the most skittish of the group.
Perhaps this is not a situation I find myself in, kidnapped or spirited away. It's an interesting first, but not one that I was expecting or wanting. So, yes, skittish. Me. Precisely.
Tal, as you get up to the roof, you start to feeling rain coming down on your head. You see the windows are open up here, or open archways, and there's a bunch of nests, old nests, ratty-looking nests of like what used to be a bunch of birds. But there's nothing alive up here as the storm rages on. And there's nowhere else to go.
It's called lofts.
A loft. There we go.
Okay.
Not a room big enough to like everybody to stand up in here or anything like that. It just looks like a spot for messenger birds.
Raising
Like a long time ago.
Are you talking like a widow's peak on the top of a house? Just big enough for like one person with a railing around it?
Yeah, pretty much.
raising the candle, see if I see anything on the walls since I'm in the room.
You can see a little better outside as lightning crackles and stuff. You see mountains all around you.
See anything in here that might be a worth, or just everything's broken down?
Everything's broken down. It's ratty and broken down. It doesn't look like anybody's been up here in years. The only thing this really does is give you a better idea where you're at. And you're in the mountains somewhere, and it's pretty damn cold outside. You guys feel like if you went outside in this storm, you'd probably die of exposure within a few hours.
Okay.
Head down. It's actually pretty freezing out here. Up here. We are in a mountain range. All I can see through all the broken stone and the roofing, we're surrounded by mountains.
Let's see. Geography. That is a 12 plus 8, 20.
Yeah, that's certainly some mountainous areas. It's too dark out there, man. I'm trying to give you something more, but I mean, they're big mountains, and you're in a range. Other than that, you can't see the sky to get where like the stars are or anything like that. So,
Gotcha.
That's all I can give you right now.
Well, remember the rule. Like,
I'll remember that. 20.
When we get,
You're impressive 20. I got it.
yeah, when
Total
we get,
20. That
when,
rolled.
when we get into some daylight, like I'll ask you again.
I'll give you some options.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is too dark, and it's very cold.
It is
very, very cold.
I'd say
I
it's
told
in the
you it
mid
was
30s.
Wow.
Like if it dropped a little bit more, it would be a blizzard you're looking at out there.
Gotcha. So
So we heading back down, I take it?
Yes.
that water is going to freeze if it gets any colder. It's cold.
It's a little chilly.
You are very well insulated.
Head on downstairs.
Yes.
Head downstairs.
All right, you come out. What looks like a church. It probably goes about 100 feet down to looks like a large double door. A bunch of broken down pews lined up, and you come out behind what looks like it's not there much anymore, but there's an altar broken down in front of you. Any sort of semblance of what temple you could be in is destroyed. You see any like religious symbols or artifacts or statues here
Is that a
have
dead
been
body?
purposely, huh?
Is that a dead body?
Yes, hold on. Has been purposely destroyed. The stained glass windows are broken a lot on this part that you can't even tell what if there was there looks like there was an image at one time on the stained glass windows on the wall, kind of the old Catholic look with large windows, but they're broken out and you can't tell the image anymore that was on it. So this down here is a lot colder than up there because it's semi-exposed to the weather. So I'd say it's a good 45 degrees in here or so.
Gotcha.
Temple, you're looking at about 100 by 50 room, large cathedral, ruined altar in front of you. So as you come out the door and you look to your immediate left and back against the wall, you see a skeleton, half in, half out of a wall. You only see an upper torso and head and arms.
It's like, this is not normal.
While my detect evil up on it, just in case.
This is the most evil skeleton you've ever seen. No, he is half in, half out of what looks like a stone wall. It looks like where two creases that came together. His body is smashed.
To a hidden doorway?
It would seem. And since going outside seems a ridiculous notion, we should try and find the lever or mechanism that opens it, and not the one that slams it shut like happened to him. Although, is he on the ground?
He is on the ground.
Although, unless he was leaping forward at the time it was closing, he was probably just murdered there. I'm being rather cavalier about this. I've never seen a body before.
I think you are in shock.
You could be right.
I walk over there. I want to use my heal skill
The healers of skills.
to determine if he died higher, like he was trying to jump through it and it slammed shut on him, or if look at the wall and see if there's any marks higher up. I got a whopping 4.
You are like, I have no idea. Raccoons killed him.
He died from old age. That's
Natural causes, for sure.
That's what you call a halfling right there.
The only thing I will give you with a 4, because it's just obvious, is it looks like the wall came together, not fall on top of him, and it looks like it crushed him halfway his torso, like at his belly. He's wearing a nice leather vest. That's the only thing that's not ratty on him. Everything else is kind of falling off of him.
I seriously doubt he's my size.
It is actually a rather nice vest. It's got fur trimmed around the neck and stuff like that.
He's trying to sell us on this.
It'll keep somebody warm.
He's trying to sell us on the diseased vest. This guy died in it, right? Like his intestines were squished out on this vest. I'm just saying.
All right.
Don't fall for it. It's the stuff.
Am I cold?
Everybody's chilly. It's 45. It's chilly. I mean, these robes are doing aight for you, but they,
I'm gonna take the best.
All right, you put on fits, and you die.
One down, 4 to go.
Told ya.
Did you guys want to search for the mechanism to open this door?
Yes.
Perception, all of you, or whoever is searching.
The natural 12.
14.
And let's see what I get. Perception plus 5, 9.
Nobody found it. So I'm assuming take 20.
Yes.
It's got to be around here
something's
somewhere.
there. All right. 20 minutes later, you see, how when 4 blocks kind of come together, like when masons put blocks together, there's a stone kind of in between a couple of blocks. And
Roll
it's,
up and see who found
it's
it.
about a finger. All right, yeah, the highest the better. There we go. It's kind of luck at this point. You know it's there.
16.
You got it? Or at least from over here.
So, Tal, you see this stone. It's about as big as maybe a pinky tip, sticking out between a couple of mason blocks. And you just kind of by, messing around, you poke it and you hear. And you see the body. You see legs, skeletal legs, and crushed pants and stuff fall about a good 2 or 3 feet once the pressure of them stops. Some of the stuff's still stuck to the wall. A door opens. It was about 3 feet up. Looked like he dove. And it smushed him, and then over time his torso just fell. Stairs going down, boys.
Detect evil. And
You do a lot of that.
I don't know where I'm at.
That's fair. These stairs are not evil.
Just in general.
They're not generally evil
They're
stairs.
not evil stairs. They're not going to eat your toes.
The stairs go down about 3 stories.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Spiral staircase. This is stone now. And it comes to a 5x5 room, very small. And against the wall is a doorway, revealing another room.
Yeah, I don't think I like this one.
What's wrong with this room?
No. I can't say because we just got here, but as we produce it, I will let you know what I don't like about the room.
So as you go in, or as you look through this doorway, you see a skeleton with gear, bag, and implements kind of around him, laying at the doorway. Inside the door, probably about 50, 60 feet across. You guys are coming from relative north. From the east and the west, you see light coming from, the east and the west, and it looks like daylight.
Okay.
But you can't see where the light's coming from.
Oh, well.
So, big old brain Alistair, let's give an intelligence check, please.
Okay. 13 plus my 4, so 17.
Genius at work here. All right, so Alistair, you see the daylight. You're like, that's got to be false light, but it looks like daylight. Without seeing the source of that light, your obviously paranoid brain starts going, huh? And you like look around where this doorway you're looking through, and you see the edges of this doorway you're looking through is wavering a little bit against the wall.
Whoever's in the front, I stop them.
All right, Yuri, he puts a hand on your shoulder.
I direct his attention to the wavering light. An interesting thing, in High Azulian, the word for portal, as in a doorway, is the same for when it's a regular doorway and it's a magic one. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Just saying, might have some precedence here. But until then, it could be a trap, it could be a magical portal to a place where it's sunny, or it could just be shimmering, an illusion meant to confuse.
I walk through.
We're going to find out.
Torad, as you kind of like push through and you walk through, you're noticing that there are symbols and stuff on the floor about 20 feet in front of you. You walk through and the temperature does drop probably around 20, 25 degrees. You can see breath almost immediately. You get the shivers up your spine. You see the body as you look down. He's probably been dead a long time, but he's still got meat and skin clinging to him because it is so cold in here. It's like a freezer. And ahead of you, you see the symbols on the floor I described. Mm-hmm. They go in a circular pattern. They're about 20 feet across, and then there's circles every couple feet. Circle upon circle upon circle designs on the floor. And you see a skeleton, another separate skeleton sitting in like right at the edge of this circle, the outermost edge of the circle. And also as you walk in, you see giant windows to your east and your west.
Well, I skirt the outside, head toward... Look down at the body next to me. What is he carrying?
He's got a shield. He's holding a shield, a round shield. He's got a short sword on his belt, a light crossbow on his back, ruined armor. That's about it for him.
I'll pick up the shield and the short sword.
Okay, the shield has got a center spike coming out the middle, but around the spike it looks like tentacles coming out, like out from the spike.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow. It's got some rust on it and stuff like that, and it's fucking bitterly cold. Like you stuck your tongue to it, you're gonna... Whatever Ralphie's friend was,
Christmas story.
Stuck.
Well, through the outskirts, not stepping over sigils.
Tora, before you go in further, could you come back to us?
Him?
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
You see them on the other side. They're like, hey. It's like, you would not have known this was a portal if you did not make that intelligence check.
So he comes right back through and...
Yeah, he's talking to you. Do you want to go back?
Could it be just a...
Did you pick up the sword? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Short doesn't have any sort of specific design or anything like that. It's just old short sword.
All right, so you coming back through?
Yeah, I'll come back through.
He walks on back through. Whew. It feels a lot better, even though it's still nippy on this side. As I said, 25 degrees difference.
Okay. Well, it seems like the portal is stable. Thank you, Torad. Please don't do that in the future. That's very unwise. I'm not necessarily the wisest person myself, but I walk in.
Yeah, same here.
He didn't really explain, like, the cold. Ugh.
Oh, my. Oh, that's brisk. That's very brisk.
Side.
I'm going to walk over to one of the windows and see if I can see anything out in the daylight.
You are in a barren, frozen wasteland somewhere. All you see is snow and blizzard outside of this.
I have no idea where this is. Nor do I believe there's any way of perceiving where this might be, other than maybe someone showing you on a map.
Yeah.
That's rather featureless.
Slowly walking up to the sigils with Detect Evil up just in case. I don't think it's evil because what I've been finding, but you know.
All right, there are 10 outer symbols on the outer ring, and they are clearly symbols, and then the inner rings have writings on them. The 10 different symbols each are distinctly different. A few of them are lit, like they're pulsating with power. Only a few of them, 3 of them are pulsating with power. The inner writings are kind of dormant. Nothing's really going on with that. As you guys are kind of like looking at this, you see straight south along the wall is a giant doorway, 20 foot across by 20 foot up, also circular, almost like this circle mirrors the circle on the floor, mirrors the circle on the wall. And it looks like an obvious doorway or maybe another portal against the wall. And it looks like they have kind of like they're related somehow. The 3 symbols pulsing you're not sure exactly the relevance of those, but one of the symbols does have an item on it, and it's a velvet cushion red pillow with a crown on it. And then there's the dead body there too. And he's kind of right by the crown.
No evil, though?
No evil.
Okay.
Go through his stuff, see if he's carrying a notebook or something that tells us why he's here.
He has a couple interesting things on him. He has a very interesting looking book. A tome, if you will. It's like a 1.5 foot tall tome. Like the outer bindings are made of metal. It's locked with a binding that looks like a puzzle box.
Oh, great. Yeah.
The only thing out of the book is there looks like there is a bookmark stuck in it that you could probably pull out if you wanted.
Well, no, I want to know where he was at. So
Okay.
I guess I got to figure out how to open this book before I touch the bookmark.
He is wearing, most of his clothes are ruined and tattered. However, he is wearing a red sash.
You can put it on and you can sashay.
Do you want it to go with your
The sash looks like
perfectly not diseased
this.
vest?
It's got quills on it, facing away, with books, open tomes on either side. You can roll a religion if anybody wants to for this.
Can I roll the 5% chance?
I don't have
do not.
knowledge religion.
So everybody knows there's tavern knowledge, what we call it's a homebrew rule. If you roll a 20,
He got a 20.
Bobby just rolled a 20.
hold on, everybody. So if you roll a 20 on any knowledge, even if you're not untrained, I'll give you a tidbit. It won't be as good as if you have the knowledge and you make the check, but I'll give you something like, hey, you overheard something in a tavern. This is why we call it tavern knowledge, or at school. And the like. All right, Yuri, Bobby, this sash is typically worn by people of the Reliquum, Othis worshippers, people who track time and knowledge.
Born by the Reliquum.
Oh,
Track time.
well, that's interesting.
This is more for book nerds.
Right. So
So I throw it at you.
I take the book nerd, I guess scarf at this point.
Sashay.
I give it a sniff to make sure it's not covered in gristle and
You have to kind of shake off the bone duster on it, but other than that, it's good.
All right. I cast prestidigitation on it, but I don't have any spells. I'll take a look at this puzzle box. He doesn't have anything else on him.
No.
What does boots
He
look
looked like he had some papers and stuff, but they've crumble in your hand as you
Those
pick
were
them
the
up.
instructions.
What does boots look like? Rotted away.
Gotcha.
He's been here a long
So he looks like he's been here longer than the other guy, huh? Tourette, you seem to know these things. Has this body been here longer than that body?
I'm guessing he'll check. 9.
No idea.
Yes.
Raccoons. It was raccoons again. These damn snow raccoons.
17 for a heal check.
Hard to tell, but yeah, you think this body's been here longer than the other one.
It's been here probably longer than the other one. Can't tell by how long, though.
You guys look at the crown that's on the pillow. It looks like it's made out of some iron or maybe bronze. It's doesn't look like a very, I mean, besides being a crown, doesn't look like something the king would wear or anything like that. But each of the points that come out of it, there's 6 of them, they look like they would hold on to something, like grip something. Like it looks like it's missing 6 stones or something, whatever would go in a crown.
Do I see anybody reaching for it?
I'm going to take 20 to search the room.
Okay, he's looking all around. It is clearly sitting on a symbol, though, the crown. You can't really make out the symbol because the pill is sitting on the crown, but it is one of the symbols that are going, the 10 symbols going around.
Anybody good with puzzle locks? Anybody?
There are symbols all around this book's bindings you think might be a clue, but you need time and research kind of to crack this bad boy.
I have knowledge arcana.
I have a little bit. Not a lot.
Yeah, check the body while he's doing that. The body, but close to the door.
Okay.
18 is my added up thing.
And I'll
The only thing
I'll see if I aid.
Oh, you're
Ooh.
gonna give me 2? All
That's
right.
20.
And what's your total?
18.
So
Plus
plus
my
2,
2,
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you could use this actual book to crack this, but it's gonna be a lot of work. You're gonna need time, and it's gonna be a lot of computations and calculations and stuff like that.
I need something to use. No, it's too cold to think in here.
It is cold. The only thing you didn't grab off that body that was worth anything, Torad, was the light crossbow. There's a light crossbow on it.
Are the bolts good?
Yeah, they look fine.
I pick them up and I hand them to Bethmora.
A bit more.
She happily accepts them. She tests the string. This is what she's doing kind of while you guys are all doing this. She tests the string. She looks dissatisfied, but then opens up a little tin box that looks like it's connected to the
Spare string.
and there's a spare string in it. And she starts restringing it.
I'll need time to open this book, and we need to deal with other situations before we. I mean, I take a look at the writing that we can see.
All right, Arcana again.
All right.
And then a history. If anybody's got an Arcana and anybody's got history, you're free to roll.
All right.
And you can roll the natural 20s as well.
So my knowledge arcana is going to be a
Tavern
20,
Okay?
and then history is going to be a 19.
Okay.
Knowledge Arcana is a 18.
Nope.
And history, nope.
Okay, so only Alistair. So, Alistair, those are ancient symbols. You can't read the writing on the inside. You didn't get high enough on that.
All right.
You're not sure. It looks like it has something to do with raw power or something. I don't know. It's linked with this door that's over there. But you do get the outer symbols are ancient symbols of primals. And the primals are what was before the gods and the titans and everything else. They're the primal beings of just pure power that roam the plains eons ago, kind of thing. There's very few things left of them.
Gotcha.
So I can give you the 10 representations if you want, if you're ready to write down. The Arcane God.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Lady of Monsters. The Sea Titan God. The Mountain Goddess. The Storm God.
And these are symbols here?
Yes.
I'm pointing them out. And
Yep. God of Earthquakes and Lava. And when I say God, they're primals. That's what they're primals of this. Insanity, Plains and Deserts, and the Void.
which one is the crown on? Like,
You don't know? You can't see because the crown is sitting
is
on
there
top.
one missing? Or is this...
There's more than 10 primals. These are just some of the major primals.
Gotcha.
And these are ancient beings that were destroyed before even the Titans were gone. So the mountain, the magic, and the insanity one are glowing. And they're glowing as you kind of like look and get behind them and look at them. They have a trail of symbols from their glow, from the symbol, heading into the middle towards the center.
Is the one that the crown is on lit up?
Nope.
I'm done freezing my ass off. I'm going back up.
And we need to figure out something to do about food.
See if you can bring the book with you.
I wouldn't see why not.
You leaving the crown there? Or you gonna
Yeah, we're not touching that thing.
It says it's not evil, but it doesn't say it's not magical. We don't know if it's cursed or diseased or booby-trapped.
Hopefully I can tell you more once I get the book open.
I say we leave it for now.
I agree. I'm freezing over here. Okay. After I've been searching the room.
This is a summer day.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
No, this is cold even for you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right, you guys head on back through. Portal stays open. You guys feel a little bit relieved. It's not as cold, but it's still.
Yeah.
That's like it was very cold. Like your lips started like chapping a little bit and that kind of thing. It's more wet, cold on this side.
Well, if we go back up to the main room, we can take some of the old
Pews.
pews, and we can burn those to gain some heat.
Well, I say we go back to where we came, where we initially all woke up. It was much warmer there already. For now, even though we're not tired, it is obviously storming and it is dark outside. Let's warm our bodies up, try to rest as much as we can, and hopefully day will break.
Actually, there was no storm when we were down
Yeah, it was daylight too.
Yeah. Magical portals move you magically.
there. Yeah, but is it storming again once we walk back through?
Oh yeah. You guys want to rest for the night then?
Yeah. I need some charcoal anyway before I can
gonna
really
take
decipher this book, so.
Some of the benches, break them up, take them up to my room. Smaller space, smaller fire, more heat.
Sure.
And use my survival skill to create a fire.
Start spinning that wood, and it just goes to disintegrate.
And then I
So yeah, I got a fire going.
say
So you're all sleeping in my room?
probably.
Unless you built multiple fires for it.
I don't know. How thick is our blanket? Like,
There is no
Never.
blanket.
you said it was a straw bed.
There's a straw bed with a covering over it. Yes, so
Yeah.
you could use a covering as a blanket. You guys aren't freezing. You're not in danger tonight. I'll give it. You guys can each take a blanket.
All right.
We had a sleepover.
You guys all actually sleep really well, surprisingly. You know, I guess maybe given the stress and all that stuff. Just because it wasn't discussed, no watch was set, but nothing happened. You guys didn't
Yeah,
think
we're not
about it, but it
adventurers
occurs
yet.
to you the next morning. I
We're not
would say.
adventurers yet. We don't know about this watch.
The fox is at the door, like kind of resting against the door. Like if anybody came in, the fox would be the first one in.
Gotcha.
Somebody ran into
Yeah,
it.
but we don't know.
The fox is like, I'll watch.
Like-
Jesus, these people are hopeless.
What does the fox say? So, Marty, what does the fox say?
Me. All right. Where to now?
Well, I got charcoal now. I guess I'll start working on that, deciphering the book.
Okay.
He's going to be one of those crazy people rooms that we always see.
Yep.
Writings all over the ceiling. the
Pretty
floor,
much.
wall.
Do you see any paper anywhere?
Down and out the front
Yeah, straw.
door of the church.
You go out the
Yes,
front
I'm
door of
going
the
to
church.
turn the straw into paper,
There you
Bobby.
go. Make some fine silk out of the straw.
You go out the front door of the church. You see what looks like church or temple. It has a low wall area all the way around it. Probably had fine gardens at one time, but now they're overgrown, vines growing through it, or they've rotted away. You're in a beautiful pine forest. You see the water still like dripping off some of the pine needles and stuff like that. But a nice cool mountain air hits you. It's kind of refreshing. Large fountain also, but it's got like just regular water in it anymore. Nothing's running through it. And it's got some slime and mold and stuff like that going into it. Other than that, there's looks like a road leading off down the mountain.
Can I use that 20 now? See if I recognize this mountain range.
It looks like any other mountain range. I will give you northern hemisphere. Probably it's cold and wet, so maybe up the Reachman lands.
All right.
Well, first things first, I'm looking for clean water to drink.
Yeah, there's clean water. There's puddles and stuff like that here. Usually water's not the problem in the mountain area. I mean, to carry it. But you guys can get some water right now. Yeah, sure. Plenty of puddles.
And there's some snow on trees and stuff like that.
Not here, no. You do see the peaks have snows on them, but it's no
So we had
snow.
a snowstorm last night? Or
I didn't say snowstorm. I said it
it's
was
just
rain.
really cold rain.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said if it got colder, it could turn into
Yeah,
a
just north of
Gotcha.
freezing.
It's like 35, 36 degrees. You seen one of those rainstorms before?
Gotcha.
It's freezing, but not quite. You're like, why isn't it snowing?
I'll gather the water if you will find anything for food.
You gonna range a little bit, kind of like
I'll go to Beth Mora. Can we switch, or you hunter?
What do you mean? Oh, the bow or
Yes.
the crossbow? No, I am not the hunter. This is actually the first time out of the city I am. She's looking all around like, geez.
Then please
Like-
switch with me.
She
I
hands-
hand her the sword and shield.
She looks kind of uncomfortable with it.
I take the crossbow and I go try doing some little hunting.
All right, you start kind of ranging out. You see the road that I described is a cobblestone road at one time, but now it's been overgrown by rocks and trees and stuff like that. And you see down the hill are some buildings.
Can I see any fires or smokes from fires?
No,
So there's a very good chance that it's abandoned.
maybe.
All right. Table that. Let's get some food.
Give me a survival.
11.
I have no luck up here. Actually, it's pretty void of animal life.
Tracks, everything.
Yeah, you're like...
Well,
there's
11.
not-
I'm probably looking right over. I'm probably stepping on them myself.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like weirdly so. Like nothing is near this. Like you don't hear any birds. You don't see any animals or anything
All
like
right.
that.
How far away before this was that town?
Buildings, there's two of them. Probably 1,000 yards down the mountain, you kind of see the rooftop, shamble rooftop.
All right. Well, then I go back to the group. No. Not much of anything here.
What? It is eerily quiet out here.
There
It's
is
very odd. to
buildings
have
down the
animals.
street. Or cobble road.
Is there any clay pots inside the building that I can use to fill up water? Nothing.
This place, I mean, the beds and stuff look like they're kind of out of place in here. Everything else is ruined. Like the fact that there are made beds up there and candles and all the other stuff is actually, it was a failed intelligence check, but now I'm going to kind of give you the overall picture. Like all the other furniture and everything else is old, decrepit, rotted away. You guys were on kind of brand new beds and brand new nightstands with fresh candles.
I hand her the crossbow back.
She looks a little more relieved.
And I take the sword and shield. He said, we're going to go check out. So I start walking out.
I walk with him.
I'll go with him.
Everybody's sticking with the guy with the sword. The fox is sticking closely to Alistair for most part. So if I don't mention him, he's kind of like, or she, excuse me, is kind of like close to you since you kind of
All right.
made the friend.
Scratch his ears from time to time and makes me feel better. Makes it feel better. Everybody's feeling better because I'm
Like when you were doing research, it plopped next to you. Just,
Gotcha.
like that kind of thing.
Oh, it's your buddy.
I'll have all the intelligence conversations are going to happen with the fox. Just
Yeah, it's a great listener.
All right, you guys head on down.
Party order.
Who's first?
I guess the guy with
Usually
the
the-
shield and sword.
And the hunter. Since it sounded like Bevmora is not much of a fighter, she will not be in the rear.
She does have the only other weapon.
Yeah, but ranged weapon.
No, so she'll be
I walk
someplace
over to
where she
Yuri
can
and
shoot it.
Hand him the sword.
Do me?
You're just gonna aid another action?
No, you don't want the sword?
I kind of think you're probably the biggest and strongest among us. Don't you want the sword?
I'm good with the shield.
Would
good
you like a
with the
tree branch or something? All right, we got shield
I will
man
take- I will take
and
the
sword
lead.
man
And bow girl.
and bow girl. All right, this is
And
great.
We have book nerd too.
You see, she starts
we have-
like
we
you see,
have
she starts
glowing-
limbering up and stretching a little bit. What? I just have to be faster than you.
I feel like I'm faster than them.
It was a general view.
True.
She did say that with a playful gleam in her eye.
Yeah, I know.
So, basic distance, how long you think it's going to take by travel? It says about
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, it's not too terrible.
You head on down the hill. As I said, there's a broken road heading down. Looks like it was probably a damn good road for a while, but it's not been used in a long time. And you do see decrepit. It looks like a half a wall here and there in the pine, and stuff like that. Like,
do we see looks like the foundation of like smaller houses or anything like that?
stuff like that, like long gone. Nothing. I won't even waste your time. If you look at it, there's nothing worth taking anymore.
Yeah.
Out of any of these.
But there could have been a village here, an actual village.
Yes,
and what we're seeing looks like the remnants of bigger buildings that were entirely stone. Gotcha.
As you guys get down to where these two buildings are, one is not an enclosed building, but rather a circular platform with some columns, 6 columns in a circle, and then the other is an old wooden thatched barn with the kind of the roof caving in here and there.
I guess we'll check out the building before we check out the barn.
Okay. You see flat stone surface and what looks like remnants of chalk on the ground, but it's been swept up and around. Like whatever, it looks like symbols were created at one time, but somebody swept through it with a broom or, something to... You recognize immediately, Alistair, as somebody had a teleportation circle here,
Gotcha.
A temporary one, and then swept away. It's evidence of wherever it was... Because you can tell where a teleportation circle is going to... might go, like if you're skilled enough.
Well...
Or who created it and stuff like that.
You
can tell certain things by it, but somebody did away with that.
So that's probably why it's here.
Away.
Where are you going?
In
The barn?
the barn.
All right. You open up the barn. Door's like on its hinges. It's very ratty. You see light is trickling in from different areas. So it's not well lit. But you do see crates on sawhorses.
Go open the
5 crates. Kind of cross one, you go over to one. If they're already open. They're long crates, probably about 6 to 7 foot long. There are different sizes. And you see the lid of one is like laying on the floor. You kind of step on it.
All right, look and see what's in that crate.
You look inside of it and you see what looks like bedding was all in there. All ratty, dirty, got dust in it. And you see something wrapped up inside.
Pick it up.
All right, you pick it up and, you move whatever it is, and you see a shield you recognize.
No. Pick it out. Is it...
It's your shield, or the shield you saw. Actually, when you kind of like move it aside, it kind of makes you jump back, of course, because you're shocked by it, and then you start hearing like... You guys kind of follow in behind them, and you kind of start seeing what I kind of described.
I'm just
You
staring
said
at
they're
the
crates?
shields.
Boxes.
I'm staring into a box.
2.5, 3 foot wide or tall, about 6 foot, 7 foot long.
Go up and he's
It sounds like a coffin, not a
stoned
crate.
looking.
Very good. They do look like coffins, actually.
All right.
But as you guys look at them, you start finding personal effects that you guys would have in each one of them.
Oh, great. So,
What does this mean? She looks like she might know what it means, but she's looking at you guys like...
No, well, I'm just... We're dead.
So as your characters stand there dumbfounded, realizing maybe things didn't go as well for you as you may originally thought, we'll pick it up next time.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, I just want it on the record. I probably have the record for